Hello and welcome to another episode of What the Heck Am I Going to Do with My Students? With your host, me, Miss Z. In today's episode, we will learn how to make a photo story podcast with video, narration, and background music using Google Image Search, iMovie, iPhoto, and Incompetech royalty-free music. Before starting a Google Image Search, I like to make a folder for my pictures so that it's easier to get them to iPhoto afterward. Click anywhere on your blank desktop, make sure that the Finder toolbar is along the top, click on File, click on New Folder, and then once you've done that and you create a folder, you get to name it whatever you want. In this case, I chose Slideshow Pics, BTW, or Beyond the Wires, and now I am ready to conduct my Google search. I'm going to use Firefox as my search engine, and I am going to conduct my search on feudalism and the Middle Ages. Now make sure that you're going to images and not web, because web will give you websites and not pictures. If you click on images, you will get a number of pictures. Now, the first thing that you do is you find a picture that you'd like, and I think I'm going to choose this one, and you click on it so that you get your full-size image. Once your full-size image appears, you can click and drag it to your folder. And you will do that any number of times for the amount of pictures that you want. Now, once I've gotten the pictures that I want, and I've preloaded my folder, and I'm going to take my folder and drag it directly into iPhoto, which is the picture and camera icon on the bottom, and it will load directly into iPhoto. And there they go. Once they're loaded, I can close out of iPhoto, and I'm going to go directly into iMovie. Once in iMovie, I'm going to go to File to create a new project. And I will give it a name, which will be Feudalism. What is it good for? There we go. And I will hit Create. Now, this is where I'm going to put my images along in these boxes, but once I put one in, the boxes will disappear, but that doesn't mean that I can't continue to put in my images. I'm going to go to the camera icon, and now I'm in iPhoto. I'm going to go to my last import, and here are all of my pictures on feudalism. I'm going to take them one at a time, and look, as I said, they disappear, but that's not a problem. But I'm going to click and drag each one into my podcast. Now you'll notice that some of them seem a little bit cut off. That isn't a problem. We can fix those as soon as they're all in, and I will show you how. Oops. And finally, if you look along all of them, you'll notice a little black box that has a crop icon in it, which is kind of a jointed square. You click on the crop icon, go to this window, click Fit, and Done. And you're going to do that for all of you. Once we are done with this, I'm going to show you how to put video into our podcast. And what you're going to want to do is have a video downloaded or on your computer, and you will go to File, and you would go to Import Movies, which would find them directly on your computer, or you could import from a camera. If you had a video on a camera, you could import it in. Now, I have one pre-loaded, and where it will show up is either on the bottom, or if I reverse this, it would show up on the top. So what I need to do is click on the video, highlight the entire video, and then with my hand icon, I'm going to drag, whoops, I'm going to drag my entire, drag my entire video, no I'm not, drag the entire video up, and put it in, and there it is. So Now I need some music. And where I'm going to go is to Incompetech because it's royalty free, which means I don't have to worry about any kind of legal issues, and I don't have to worry about any kind of copyright infringement. So Incompetech.com, royalty free music, gives you a kind of a neat thing where it will let you search by genre, or it will allow you to search by feel. I have chosen mystical as my feel, and it has given me a number of choices. Now, in order to listen to the music, I would hit the green play arrow. If I wanted to download, I would click on the download link, and it would download it directly into my downloads folder, but also it would be opened by my iTunes. Now, I've downloaded music, and the composer of all of this music is a gentleman named Kevin MacLeod. So we go back to iMovie. I go to the note icon, which is my iTunes, and then I find my music by Kevin MacLeod. The easiest way is to click on artist so that it's alphabetically listed, and I would find my K's, and once I find Kevin MacLeod, I would choose my music. And I believe for my first part, I'm going to choose the Constancy Part 3, and I simply click on it and drag it up, and I put it in. Now, I may not want it to go into my movie, so what I do is I click on the actual music line, and I will shorten it to where I want it, and I will have it go to here. Then I'm going to choose a little bit more music to add, and I believe I'm going to go back up and get the, oops, Sinfonia number 5, and I'm going to put that here. Now I may not like how loud it is. If you hear that, it's kind of loud, so I'm going to turn it down by clicking on it, then going to my speaker, and then I can reduce the volume slightly. So that should be fine. Now I'm going to click out of that. I may want to put some voice in, and voice is probably one of the easier jobs to do here. I simply hit my microphone and I choose a clip to start recording, and I will click here and it'll give me a countdown. Although Monty Python depicted feudalism as humorous, it was far from it. Feudalism tortured people, it punished people for no reason other than keeping the wealthy wealthy and keeping the nobles happy and living in luxury. Now, to stop recording, I simply hit the click. I can listen to this again by going to the beginning of this clip and hitting my spacebar. Although Monty Python depicted feudalism as humorous, it was far from it. Feudalism tortured people, it punished people for no reason other than keeping the wealthy wealthy and keeping the nobles happy and living in luxury. So, now that I'm done adding my narration, I may want to add some text in the form of titles, and I would go to the text icon and I just simply click on one of these, drag it to where I want to put the text, and once I'm there I come back to this window, highlight, and I will write my title. And now once I've done that, I click done, and it will be on this. I'll come and test it by hitting my spacebar, and if you look, there it is. And my music, let's see how it sounds. And now my movie. And there you have it. We have narration, we have music, we have video, and we have a photo story. I like to upload these onto YouTube, onto my channel, and then put them on my own website, but that's another tutorial.